morning, everyone. It's a happy day. It's 10:37 a.m. on the 7th of October, 2020. I wasn't able to get to you before the bell, so this is an episode of After the Bell. Market's already open, so we're going to kind of take a look and see what happened overnight, see where we're at right now. Talk about some potential price action that could be coming up here in the next, I would say the next day or two. But of course, before I get into any of this is not financial advice, not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, giving my opinion on the market. So what I'm going to be looking at today, I'm going to be taking a look at ES. I'm going to take a look at NQ. Those are the two, the major things that are good. Good overall view of the market. I'm going to also take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. So I'm going to take a look at those four different assets. And we're going to start with our good friend, ES. So let's go ahead and pull up the chart and take a look. Okay, so we were looking at this yesterday or potentially the day before. It's been a while that we looked at this. And what we have, I had this short outlined for you guys, and we realized this. I mean, obviously the P&L was drawn out a ways. We didn't know how long it was going to take. We had our stop loss up here, which, I mean, we were darn close getting stopped out on that. But if you did take this trade, you made, there was a 1.8% on this. If you were on a 3x bear asset, that would have been a 5.4% gain. It's a good move. That move is complete. We extended beyond where we were kind of predicting this to come down to. That trade worked out really well. We also started to get inside of our buy zone, and I made an adjustment to this. The first buy, I believe, was at the 618. And then I also had us coming down here to this 3326, 3325 area. Level of invalidation is going to be at 3,300. Okay, so we have our stop loss down here at about 3,300. And as I mentioned, I like to layer some bids down here in this area. Now, are we going to come back down here? That is up for interpretation. What I don't like is how fast and how sharp this happened. So it could very well be that we are in a little bit of a sucker's rally right now, right? I mean, I'll take it. Most of the losses have been brought back, but it's possible that this is a sucker's rally. It's possible we do come back down here to 33, right? Because after you have, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what I'm counting this as now. I'm going to remove this P&L now that we've got this recorded. Remove that guy. I'm going to remove some of these fib pulls here just for clarity here. I'm going to get rid of that guy too. All right, so what I've got here is a nice 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2, and then we've got 3, A, B, C into the 4, 5, which goes into the 3, A, B, C here into wave 4, and then we finish off wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 5. This would have been the top right here. And we had a good decent sell-off off of that. But it happened too fast, my opinion. It happened too fast, which I tend to believe we're probably going to fall one more time. Okay, because we've got this, which is potentially an A, and then a B, and then working on the C to finish wave 2. So this, in my opinion, is wave 1 that we just completed here. Okay, now also keep in mind as we drill out of this, let's just take a look at this from a wider view here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2, and then 5 waves up into the 1, and then we should have an A, B, C. We should be coming down again, down here into the 2. Potentially another short opportunity at 3,400. And why is 3,400 the next potential short opportunity? Well, let's just take a look at this. All right, I'm going to pull this guy out of here, right? Because we know 33.25, that's kind of where we're targeting. Let me fix that. That's close enough. All right, so if we've got this A, B, we should be going down for a C to finish this wave 2. Okay, we've seen this happen before where we go down, we come up, and then we fall a little bit lower. Okay, we see this stuff all the time. We come down, we go up, and then we go lower. Okay, so now we come down, we're going up, and then are we going to be going lower? Well, I don't know. Let's see here. All right, so what I'm going to do, pay attention, I'm going to try and teach you guys something here. Let's go ahead and pin this guy up here at the top, take it all the way down to the bottom. We're above the 618, we're above the 65. So 3402 here at the 786 is our next level of next level that we would expect there to be some resistance. I'm going to throw the 887 on there as well, so we can pay attention to that. 3400, 3411, and our level of invalidation is going to be at 3421. So if we're going to take a short, if we're going to try and take a short, if this is potentially where we're going to go, I'm going to try and go halfway between this. We're going to try this one more time. Stop loss on the other side of that pivot high. We should not violate that pivot high. But our target is going to be down here at 34, potentially 3310. Potentially 3310. I would cut it off here at about 3325. I think that could be the bottom of this. And I put my P&L here starting at about 3406, 3407, because I'll take a little nibble at 34. I'll take a little nibble at 3411. And from there, we take this down because, according to Elliott Wave, we should have 3 waves in a correction. And to my estimation, this is just one wave. So from up here, A, go up for the B, go down for the C. Potentially the C can come as deep as 3310. I don't think it's going to go quite that low. It's very possible that we just, kind of stop here. We create a little bit of double bottom again at 3,300. This C should come down here somewhere, okay? Now, let me go ahead and remove this. Just knowing that 3310, that's kind of sitting down there just kind of waiting. But let's say we do make this perfect. Okay, so we come down here, already done, and let's say we come up here right to our target at 3407. 3315, that's the 100. If we do make our way up a little bit higher, right? So if we do make our way up to like 3416 or so, I mean, this 100 is sitting here, 100% equality from wave 1 or wave A going up to wave B, and then 100% equality for wave C takes us down here into this area. So very, very possible, right? Very possible that we do fall again one more time. Then we reload from there. That would finish wave 2. I don't like how fast this happened. I don't think that this correction is done. Just based on that. Clean trade setup here. You're talking 0.44% loss for a 2.4% gain. Okay, so if you're in a 3x bear token, again, you're talking 1.2 to 1.3% loss for a potential 6, 7, 7 point, almost 7.5% gain. That I'm willing to take that risk. It's a hedge though, okay? I'm not saying go all in. I never say go all in. You should not ever go all in on a trade. Okay? It's a hedge. I've got plenty of equity, as you guys are all fully aware. I've got plenty of equity that I'm sitting in. So whatever trade I take here is a hedge, right? And you take this trade and you just wait, right? You don't know if it's going to happen very, very quick. You don't know if it's going to happen over the course of a couple days. You have to sit and wait. That's why options aren't really great for something like this. Sure, you can get puts on SPY, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're super expensive. So I just get the equity on some kind of a bear token and just let this thing come down. It's a hedge, right? It's not my primary level, or it's not my primary trade. It is a hedge against all of my bullish equity positions. All right, let's take a look at NQ. All right. On NQ, this one came down potentially A, B, C. This looks like this could actually have been completed based on this, which means that we should be making a move up on this. So NQ and ES kind of move hand in hand. I think that probably if ES does take a dump, I don't think NQ is going to dump quite as much, which is good. Even though I really was expecting. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that this isn't done. This could be our A, B, and then A, B, C. This can still make its way down here to 11.1. Yeah, I could see this happening, coming back down. We did come back down here to the 618, so it's possible the correction is done. I guess I'm still of the opinion that this does look like it does want to come down a little bit more. Going to say a 15-minute time frame and taking a look at this, people talk about head and shoulders. I would say that the head and shoulders tried and failed. Okay, so if we take a look at this head and shoulders, let's just go ahead and outline this. We have our left shoulder, we have our head, and then we have our right shoulder. It would have seemed good, except what happened was right here. This is where it should have broken down, and it didn't, right? So we were talking about this as well. People like to look at head and shoulders, but they don't know when it confirmed. And I would say that this is a clear sign of strength. Okay, I would not say that this is a valid head and shoulders. Sure, it looks like it above the neckline, but this should have fallen down when it got to that neckline, and it did not do that. So I would say that this should not be seen as a head and shoulders and should be seen as just a simple correction, A, B, and then working on the C. I still think it can come down here, but I don't think it's going to come down this low. I think it's probably going to stop. If it comes down here, it's going to stop at about 11.1. I don't think it comes down below 11. Okay, so again, this is clear, a clear sign that if we do make our way down here, I would set some bids down at about the 11.1 and stop loss at about 11, maybe 10.995, something like that. Again, you're talking about, about a 1.25% loss. But your upside, I mean, we've been looking at this, your upside target, let me get off of that. Your upside target is still going to be sitting there at about 12.150, 12.2. We've been talking about that for, I feel like, almost weeks at this point. It feels like we've been talking about this for a long time, even though I know it hasn't been. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here. I still think we can take one more cut deep, and then we go up from there. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't get in the trade at the end of the day yesterday, I would say to just kind of wait. If we take out these highs where we have a resistance there at 11,539, then kind of wait for a little pullback and then you can take that trade up. But I would say if you didn't buy down here at the end of the day, like we were talking about on the Discord yesterday, I would say you probably should wait and just be a little patient. So that's kind of what I think we should be waiting on right now. Okay. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin also had a little bit of a reaction yesterday. So we had a little bit of a drop as we were kind of expecting. It's still very, very possible we do make our way down here. I think it's very possible we still make our way down to 10.3. I've been talking about that for a long time. But in the event that we don't, this kind of looks like we're creating a little bit of a bear flag here, just based on the way that it looks, the structure. So, I'm skeptical that we come down here, but I think it's possible that we do. If we don't, let's just take a look and see if we could potentially have actually bottomed here. All right. So if we've got a bottom here, then we have a move up. Let's see how far down we went. Let's get our fib tool, go from here up here to the top, and where did we go? We stopped at the 618. Okay. So we stopped at the 618. So there is a candidate. This is a candidate for us moving up and out of here, targeting potentially 10.9. Okay, so it's possible we move up and out of here based on the fact that we had a decent reaction. We tried to get through the 618 twice, and I'm on a 15-minute time frame. We tried to push through it twice, didn't happen. So possible that is done. Let's go to an hourly time frame and just kind of take a look at this. Let me zoom out. Okay, so again, what we have been keeping an eye on here is we've got off the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C down here into the 2. Then what do we have off of this? Potentially a 1, A, B, and then is the C actually completed and the C is over here? Possible. I was wanting us to come back down here to 10,280 or so. But maybe we don't get that low. Maybe we don't. And that's okay if we don't. It's not going to hurt my feelings. But very possible we do make another small push down here. Still stay the course. Really not a whole lot has changed here. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time recapping everything that I've discussed over the last couple days. But let's take a look at Ethereum. And let's see here. Is it the chart on there? That is not... I know I had a count on one of these guys. Here we go. Let's go down to a 15-minute on this. Ethereum does look different than Bitcoin. We have a little bit of a channel here. Okay, so let's just talk about this channel. All right, so from down here in the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2. This looks a lot more constructive. And what I mean by that is, the count's a lot cleaner here, right? So you've got 5, A, B, C into the B, and then you've got, you've got another move down here to finish this. Again, potentially we come down, but last night when we had this move down here, I threw out an alert on the Discord. I was basically like, you got to smash the market buy right now. You got to smash market buy, and that was at 10:07 p.m. I was like, buy. So that was basically it was about right here. I was like, you need to buy. You need to buy right now. Stop loss on the low, which is at basically 333. Stop loss 333, and right now we're up. We're up. So this is looking pretty good. I want to say my entry was something like 337.50, 338, something like that. But I didn't catch the bottom. You shouldn't be trying to catch the bottom. This was a good move, and if we can make our way up and out of here and continue making little highs on the 15, then I think that can be constructive for a continued move to the upside. I'm still watching to see what kind of structure we get up and out of here. If we look like we're not creating an impulsive move and we look like we're making a corrected move, then I'll probably hop out of that. But for right now, I'm willing to give it some time and see what happens here. Stop loss is currently sitting at about 333, just on the other side of that. I think it was maybe 332.75. But I'm willing to let this guy run and see where it goes. And at some point, I'll probably move my stop loss. If it makes sense, move it up to 337. Okay. And as this thing moves, we'll reevaluate. But I still think that this is looking pretty good. So those are my thoughts on the market right now. As always, when I'm doing any of my videos, if there's anything, because I do all of this live and I don't really prepare any of this ahead of time, other than what I have already prepared for the people on the Discord server or what I have prepared during prior videos, if there's anything you want me to take a look at, you can always throw a comment in the YouTube chat. I'm keeping an eye on that. And be more than happy to take a look at anything that you guys have. But for now, we'll go ahead and end it. And if this video did help in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good evening. Take care, everyone.